Welcome back in our tutorial. Now we are going to show you what the function is and how is it useful in our program. We hope you have studied about the functions, definition of the functions, components of the functions and its advantages in the unit 4.7 in our book. Now we will illustrate the example of functions by using a program. Just let's see the following program. This program inputs the length and breadth of a rectangle and it calculates the area and perimeter of it without using functions. So all the program code is written inside the main, inside the block of the main. This variable is inputted here, this declared here, values are input. Similarly, calculations and output, all these things are done inside the block of the main functions. So if we run the program, then if we see the execution process of the following program, just press F7 and you see that you will see here the execution line starts here, then it goes we can give the length and breadth of the rectangle, then it will calculate the area, it calculates the perimeter, and it prints the area and perimeter as the output of the following program. Now let's see another program which also inputs the length and breadth of the rectangle and calculates the area and perimeter by using function. In this program, just see here, if you compare this program with the earlier program, then you see the following change. At first, the first change is this. You see the function prototype. We have here declared two function prototype. One is the area and the perimeter. As you read in the book, the function prototype is defined as the return value and the input parameter. And variables are declared, values are input. Now instead of calculating inside the main function, just we have called the functions. And finally the calculation is done inside the another function. This is area and it has two parameters. It calculates the length, it calculates the area and it stores the value in z and it returns the value to the main functions. Just we can show it by using the execution process with watch windows. Just press F7, then you see it inputs the values. We can input the length is 10 and breadth is 5. Then these two values are stored in L and B. We can watch it from here. Just see here, the value of L is 10 and the value of B is 5. Now this execution line takes the execution process to the function definitions. From here it goes to this part. Now that value of L and B are transferred to the X and Y, which we can show here. Thus we can type X, the value of X is 10. Similarly, just type Y, the value of Y is 5. In this way, L and B are transferred to X and Y. Now these two values are multiplied, X and Y, and stored in Z, and the value of Z will be 50. Now this 50 is returned to the variable A, where it has called, just see here, now the value of A is 50. Similarly, now this function calls the perimeter functions and it passes the value of L and B into P and Q and it calculates here and it returns the values to the main functions, and finally the outputs are printed as follows. Now see here, if we input the length and breadth of the rectangle as 10 and 5, the area will be 50 and the perimeter will be 30.